friends, acquaintances, enemies, and theoretical beings from other dimensions. Welcome to Recommendation Domination. As we hit the 23rd installment of this beloved, prestigious series, it occurred to me that perhaps it's time to try something completely different. This time, instead of just basing my picks off the new release we just covered on the site, I will be basing my picks off a new release that we didn't. Truly, I am a revolutionary. Got anything to say about that, Larry?
You're a madman, Sean. A madman.
The greats often are.
What?
No, not your show. So the movie I'm basing my recommendations off this week is Neighbors, starring Seth Rogen and Zac Efron. I liked it, for the record, but I certainly wouldn't say it's for everyone, mostly because it is, of course, just incredibly raunchy. I mean, I was taken aback with just how raunchy it was at times. Despite this, though, the film managed to have heart, for the lack of a better term. It wasn't just inappropriate jokes, it managed to have a message and a very coherent theme, which surprised me. This combination of raunchiness and heart reminded me of another comedy I really enjoyed, Ted. From the love it or hate it mind of Seth MacFarlane, the man behind Family Guy, American Dad, and Cosmos. Yes, I watch Cosmos. I'm educated like that. Ted follows the story of, well, Ted, a stuffed bear that comes to life and becomes a boy's best friend. That boy becomes Mark Wahlberg, and the bear becomes, well, Boston Seth MacFarlane.
That's my bad, I was sending a tweet.
One of those two definitely got the better deal there. And with that I obviously mean the bear, because Seth has never had to work with M. Night Shyamalan.
What? No!
What I liked most about Ted is that, comedically speaking, it feels very free. The jokes are rarely predictable, the humor goes all over the place in terms of style, and that kept it feeling fresh and kept me laughing. Its randomness and scattered focus, while I admit could have used some refinement, makes it seem more like a hilarious stream of consciousness. Seth makes it all seem so effortless, which is always a sign of a comedic genius. The heart aspect, though, not quite as free. I mean, come on, we're talking about Seth MacFarlane. Seth has never been subtle with his message in anything he's ever made. Ever.
Look, I'm sorry for being a jerk and letting a little fame go to my head. I just hope you guys can forgive me.
Seth, I get it. Stop it. Stop it, Seth. Dang it, go back to comedy. For my second pick, I looked at Neighbors' theme. In the end, the film was about growing up or taking on adulthood, and the arcs of both Efron and Rogen are tied to that. Efron especially, though, and his character's realization that this glorious time in college with his friends is coming to a close and life after may not be so ideal, instantly reminded me of Gary King from The World's End. The World's End is from director Edgar Wright, and it...
Sean.
Yeah, Max?
Are you seriously going to try to talk about a movie from Edgar Wright, my director of choice?
I guess so?
Step aside, amateur. The World's End rocks. Why? Because it successfully grounds its thematic foundation in the realm of science fiction without feeling unnatural or out of place. At once a resilient action movie, a thoughtful thesis on the nature of globalization, and a genuinely hilarious comedy, the film is a blast that cannot be missed. It's got its detractors, but there's nothing like a delicious Cornetto movie to get me in a good mood, and I think it'll do the same for you.
Okay, well thank you for interrupting my episode, Max.
Hey, he is my favorite director.
Fine, but if you ever recommend a Christopher Nolan movie, you better let me talk about it or I'll break your face.
Don't worry, Sean. I never will.
Speaking of breaking your face.
Yikes!
Moving on to my upcoming release pick. In case you didn't know, last week I turned 20 years old. And on a more serious note, that's really weird to me. I certainly don't think of myself as 20 years old. I mean, a 20-year-old is practically a full adult. So I guess that makes me practically an adult. I still want to see robot dinosaurs, though. How can I not recommend Transformers Age of Extinction? Transformers Dark of the Moon is my ultimate guilty pleasure. It's so dumb and so ridiculous, I absolutely love it. And Age of Extinction looks to be just as terrible / amazing, if not more so. It even has a very notable cast, headlined by Mark Wahlberg and Nicola Peltz. Both of those actors had to work with M. Night Shyamalan. I wonder if they, exchanged horror stories about him, on set. I'd like to think they did. And of course it will have Optimus Prime, explosions, Bumblebee, explosions, Decepticons, explosions, more explosions, and freaking dinosaur robots. On June 27th, Transformers Age of Extinction will be the popcorniest popcorn movie that ever popcorned. And it will be glorious. So that just about does it, everyone. I hope you enjoyed this episode of Recommendation Domination. I forgot actually how much fun they are to host. Feel free to leave me your thoughts on all the movies discussed in the comment section below, and don't forget to hit like and subscribe for more. It makes me feel all warm and fuzzy inside, and that warmth may be the only thing to replace the emptiness. And remember, the best movies you'll ever see, you may not have seen just yet. You know the drill. Head on over to worldthirds.com for even more stuff, including more of this show and plenty of wonderful others, including Preview. That's what I'd recommend. Perhaps I'm a little biased there, but yeah, go give it a try. Thanks for watching. Stuff like that.